No, for sure, man. 216 love, man. We doing that. Hey, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. I'm always tuning in. Hey, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. I'm always tuning in. Hey, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. I'm always tuning in.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. This is Tunensports, and I am one of many voices for Cavs fans around the world. But thanks for tuning in to me live, and shout out to you, and you on the playback. And don't forget to push that like button. It helps the platform, that you are listening to right now. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or push that like button.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button.
What are you doing?
I'm just playing along. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push the button.
It's free. Look, it's free. Free 99, man. Don't cost you nothing, man. But yeah, just hit the like button to help out the platform. Shout out to Humble. Humble. He always in the building first. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Humble.
Like him.
I know that ain't who I think it is. Little Big Brother.
He said, LMAO, you and Joe said, nah, I brought him up before. You did? Yo, I think I kind of remember. You brought him up and I said no. You sure I said no? You sure?
You know what I'm saying? So you're not disrespecting me. You just kicking facts. Oh, you kicking your opinion? No, listen.
I said that from the beginning.
Listen, Charlotte. Is that an opinion or is that a fact?
I would think it's a fact.
Opinion. No, ain't no goddamn fact.
These are all opinions.
Yeah, I don't remember, man. You could have, and I probably did say no. Probably I gotta play the tape back, but I don't know. If you did, shout out to Humble, man. Humble, was already talking about Malcolm Brogdon. You said Humble said I definitely wouldn't do it. I'll take a one-arm DG. That's right, I said it. One-arm DG.
What?
I think they're trying to get political.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
What is going on?
Why even?
Humble. Stop it. Nah, you don't have to you don't have to give up DG to make this move, man. So I mean, we talking about potentially signing Malcolm Brogdon as a free agent, not trading Darius Garland for Malcolm Brogdon. So you might want to, rethink that, man. But I get it. I wouldn't trade Darius Garland for Malcolm Brogdon, but we talking about potentially signing Malcolm Brogdon. So that's a little different, man. But Darius Garland, man, that guy.
These niggas, yeah, Drake. The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T. The nigga.
Say nah, man. Shout out to DG, man. But nah, yeah, you good though, man. Shout out to Danny Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Thursday. Yeah, it's crazy. The week went by fast to me too. we kind of went by fast, crazy. Tomorrow Friday. But yeah, tapping with Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, man. Yeah, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights do content as well, man. Um, Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, man. Check him out too, man. Got a lot of film over there. Shout out to my guy DFJ, of course, man. Y'all tap in with DFJ, man. My young bull, my boy from Philly, man. He covered the Sixers. Shout out to DFJ. Salute, bro. I see y'all, man. I see y'all.
I know that ain't who I think it is. Little big brother.
I see y'all. Humble said, everyone joining, don't be afraid to comment, drop a like. Yeah, of course, man. Drop a like, drop a comment. I'll read it in the chat. I'm not big. I respond to mostly every comment. So yeah, if you drop a comment or whatever, man. Yeah, and don't forget to push that like button, man. DFJ said you want another injury prone guard. That's
like he might have gotten out of the way, and Kenny Atkinson.
I got to challenge you on that, man. Injury prone guard. I mean, you're not lying. I mean, we going by his injury history. Okay, all right, but I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, I'm not. If you asking me, like, are you signing off on a deal? Yeah, I'm interested. Like, I think the Cavs should think about signing Malcolm Brogdon. Yes. So to answer your question, yes, I want another injury-prone guard. And I'm guessing you saying Darius Garland is the other injury-prone guard, correct? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, man. You know, yeah. Shout out to Joseph, man. Y'all also subscribe to Joseph, of course, man. You know, he doing his thing too over there, man. Shout out to Joseph too, man. Y'all tap in with Joseph. Yeah, Big Joe in the building. Shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, let me get into it though, man. We got to talk about it. So, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. So, there's two things, of course, that I'm going to be talking about, man. So we talking about Malcolm Brogdon potentially joining the Cleveland Cavaliers as a free agent. That's someone that's gaining a little buzz, I would say. And also, I'm gonna discuss briefly a little bit on the Cleveland assistant coach. Another Cleveland assistant coach is heading over there to the Phoenix Suns under Jordan Alt. And yeah, man, another Cavs assistant gone. So yeah, let's talk about it though, man. So Malcolm Brogdon. We know the Cavs situation with Darius Garland, with him being out after his surgery on his toe. That's going to be like 4 to 5 months. And then you have a guy named Ty Jerome, who I would say is an unknown right now, when it comes to will the Cavaliers bring him back? Will they be able to retain him in free agency? Or will Ty be out of the price range for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Like, that's all question marks right now pertaining to Cavs offseason moves, right? So because Ty Jerome is still the top priority, he still have to come first. We need to figure out a way to retain Ty Jerome, right? But if things don't go well, you always have a plan B. And when you look at the roster, you only have CPJ, and those who don't know CPJ is, that's Craig Porter Jr., who I'm very high on, been high on since his rookie season here. And yeah, he's a pretty good player. And he's right now your only available point guard and will be the backup. That's, saying if Ty Jerome don't come back and Darius is, whatever. So he'll be a backup. So right now, the point guard position looks kind of thin. And that's why exploring other options in free agency for another backup point guard like a Malcolm Brogdon, potentially makes sense. Especially if the Ty Jerome situation doesn't work out. That's just another thing to keep in mind. And then you will have the Cavaliers, who will be a second apron team. So you will only be able to sign vet minimum deals. And that's why, again, a guy like Malcolm Brogdon could make more sense. That's if Ty Jerome chooses, or that if the Cavs can retain Ty Jerome, or if he doesn't come back, something like that. So let me play Malcolm Brogdon. Let me play this clip real quick, just for some of y'all out there who don't know who Malcolm Brogdon is, man.
Most NBA fans know two things about Malcolm Brogdon. He plays good defense and he can shoot. What I would like to spotlight today is his ability to get into the paint. Take a look at this play from last season when Brogdon was on the Blazers. He catches the pass beyond the three-point line, and the Warriors close out quickly because Brogdon shoots 39% from three for his career, which is 33rd all-time. He uses his quick first step to go right by the defender. Brogdon last year averaged 12.3 drives per game. That's more than anyone on the Wizards, and it put him in the top 10 of the league. But here's what makes Brogdon different than most other NBA players who drive a lot. Instead of looking to score, he passes to his teammate for a wide open three. Last season, Brogdon passed to teammates on 44% of his drives, which is an unusually high number. Not only would it have led the Wizards' rotation, but of the top 10 drivers last season, only Tyrese Halliburton passed more often. NBA players love those types of shots because that's how they shoot in practice drills. Brogdon has more drives than a golf course, and Brian Keefe is excited to have more of that in his offense.
This guy's always in his career has been able to put pressure on defense, not only just for himself, for others. He's got a big, strong body, quick first step, a strong driver, and I think that's going to start our ability to break down defenses better. That's a great addition for our team.
Last year, the Blazers were 8 points better when Brogdon was on the floor, and when you look into the numbers, it's no mystery why.
By the way, I had to change the banner real quick, man. I kind of misspelled Malcolm Brogdon's name. I noticed it as while I was looking at it while the video was playing. I spelled his name wrong. Some people spell Malcolm differently, man. But I'm bugging because I'm looking at the title and I'm looking like, wait, that's not how Malcolm. Because I was trying to, hurry up and put everything in and rush to get on here. But yeah, my bad. That's how you spell Malcolm Brogdon's name, man. Just in case there was a smart guy out there that wanted to correct me, saying, "Oh, that's not how you spell his name." Nah, I fixed it. So, yeah, that's who Malcolm Brogdon is, man. You said more drives than a golf course. Yeah. Hey, what Joseph said. Easier than that dude's name from yesterday.
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Hey, man, you're not wrong. You're not lying, man. But, hey, that's Wally God, man. We got just try to pronounce it, right? But, yeah, you talking about, I forgot his name already. Yeah, you talking about King Bola, Baba Tunde or King Bola, from the Cleveland Charge. Yeah, you talking about him. But yeah, I mean, Malcolm Brogdon, yeah, way easier name. But let's talk about Malcolm Brogdon. He said that's like facts. But not to get too sidetracked, let's talk about why Malcolm Brogdon could be a fit with the Cavaliers, and why this could make sense for the Cavs, man. And I'm curious to see what some of y'all might think about it. But first off, I played you that clip. I think, we think, and I think the Cavs need more vets. Guys that's been around and been here and been there and actually seen something. Like, signing Malcolm Brogdon will bring that vet leadership that the Cavs kind of lack. It's not a lot of vets that actually, been there. Tristan Thompson, of course, but these other guys is like, yeah, they older, but they ain't really, you know what I'm saying? So Malcolm Brogdon, he been on that Boston team that season. He been on teams, but he was on that Boston team that was trying to get over the hump. He played with guys like Giannis. He played for the Pacers. Cavs need vets. They need leadership. And Garland and Mitchell, the smallest backcourt probably in the NBA. I hate it sometimes. I do. But Darius Garland is out for 4 to 5 months. He's going to help with that, right? He's going to help with that backcourt, adding to that depth, and even pairing with Donovan Mitchell, and let's say taking Shoots out the lineup and replacing him with, DeAndre Hunter. You're getting more defense. You're getting bigger in the backcourt. Brogdon is like close to 6'5", so like he's not like Darius or Donovan. He doesn't need the ball. Like he could, slide into what Kenny wants to do with this offense. He's a high IQ player who can give you 12 to 15 points, coming off the bench or, whether he's, starting. And he plays defense. I think one of the most important things is he plays defense. I like that, right? I think Cash should definitely think about targeting him. And I think his personality and everything about him, I think he just could fit with this group, right? This group not a type of group that's really, that type of group, wild and crazy, or people on the team has egos and whatever. This is a good group. Just off him being a vet though, like his experience is just different. Like, no, I'm not saying he won anything. He hasn't won nothing. He won a 6 Man of the Year award. I think that season with Boston, right? But he hasn't won nothing. He hasn't won championships or anything like that. But he's been out the second round before. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he got the playoff experience, and he's proven more than some of these guys on his roster. And you don't have to worry about what he might be. Like, we know what he is already. And I think that can help push these guys on his team to, to get them, to the next round. Now I want to play this audio for y'all about, like, just since I brought up the vet thing, like talking about vets and leadership. This is the time I was talking to my guy Elise, who's very knowledgeable about the game. He covered the Warriors. So let me play you this audio real quick. Check it out real quick. Give me 1 second.
Dre Jordans, Jeff Green. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, are you understanding what I'm saying? Y'all have to look at basketball. Let's just take the skill and what they provide on the court. Take that out of the equation. Look what they did with the veteran pieces, like the Reggie Jackson came up over there. Like, those are key pieces to keep teams grounded in practice. Things that we don't see. No, I'm saying Reggie Jackson has been around the league for a long time. You see what I'm saying? He's been in playoff series before with the OKC Thunder and other teams, like, you know what I'm saying, the Clippers. So he has that veteran presence that you need sometimes to get your team to a different level. And that's what we've seen with the Joker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100 from, all angles. This is just goes beyond just on the court. This is leadership. You know what I'm saying? You have to have those type of guys in your locker room. It's going to be hard for certain players to get over the hump when you don't have those type of guys. That's all I'm saying.
And yeah. Shout out to Elise though, man. So, like the vet thing, right? The Cavs, could use another vet. And I know everyone is not a fan of, Double T, Tristan Thompson, but like he might not be as mature as you want him to be or whatever, but he's still a champion, like, who been in battles with one of the greatest of all times and other guys. Like, vets are needed, right? And that's why I say, if we don't get, like, we need a vet. Like, I know Double T, like, we need another vet. If you're not going to bring Double T back, this team need a vet. But like with Brogdon though, right? I would sign him. Yes, I would sign him. And if I could, I'll sign him and Ty Jerome. I'll bring them both. Why not? That boosts your backcourt. And imagine like Brogdon, backing up or playing alongside with Donovan Mitchell and DG. Kind of like what Ty be doing already, right? Just imagine that, right? He's another ball handler who's taking the pressure off your stars, including Donovan Mitchell. And we saw like how that affected Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs without having Darius Garland, who was, dealing with that toe. We seen how it looked at, right? You need another point guard to take the pressure off Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell cannot be your full-time point guard. Now, when it comes to signing Malcolm Brogdon, I'm not sure, right? Because I didn't like bring up the red flags. Like Joseph said here, 43 games. He said 43 playoff games played. Yes, that matters, right? That matters. But as far as like the red flags, and I think I think DFJ mentioned it earlier. He does have an injury history, right? So that might, you might be like, hold up. Let me think about this real quick because of that, right? So that's something to think about, right? Something to think about. But yes, he's been in the playoff battle. That's why I was saying, like, somebody who's more proven. He's proven than more of these guys. Besides Donovan Mitchell, he's proven, he's more proven, right? Than some of these guys on this roster. But like the red flags is the injury thing. He do have injury history, which is why this is a conversation, because if the Cavs can like convince him to take less, right? I don't know what the market price gonna be for him. They saying he wanna, be on a contending team, but like the Cavs can convince him, like, yo, take less, like bring him in for some coffee, like, yo, we building something special here, like we not that far off, like we only lost because of A, B, somebody argue injuries, which is kind of true. Like Mr. Brogdon, like we already contenders, like adding you would be a missing piece to us getting past the second round. So like if you can like pitch him something better than that, then we could get him in Cleveland, and yeah, it'd be good. Like he's another guy, right? He's another guy that can help. But I understand the injury part, but it's not like it's for a vet minimum. Like that's what we're talking about. So it kind of be like low risk, high reward. You get what I'm saying? So to me, like I think I'll do it, right? I think for me, I'll do it. So to my viewers, would you want him in Cleveland? With the injuries, 25 to 30 minutes max for Malcolm Brogdon. Now, are we talking about him coming off the bench, or we talking about him replacing DG? Well, since DG gonna be out, he will like I'm just thinking, like, if Todd don't come back, I'm hoping Todd come back, but he will be like taking on that point guard role, playing alongside Donovan Mitchell, because Darius is gonna be out if we don't trade Darius Garland, right? So yeah, we want to make sure we monitor Malcolm Brogdon the correct way. Let me get to my next topic, and I'll drop the link if anybody want to join and chop it up for a little bit before I do end the stream. But before I drop the link, if anybody want to join, let me get to the next topic. But I think that Malcolm Brogdon is a good sign, and I would do this. Like Kobe Altman, I'll do this. But let's get to the next one, right? So the Suns, right? The Suns. Let me get this up here. Okay, so the Suns, they hire another assistant coach from the Cavaliers bench. I don't know what's going on, man. We just losing our guys, maybe that's credit to Kenny Atkinson, right? They seeing what we building over here, or what was built already, and the Cavs, they did have a historic type season, even though it ended how it ended in the playoffs. So I get it. But like DeMarre Carroll, he is joining Coach Jordan Alt over there with the Phoenix Suns. And it kind of makes sense because they both been around each other since, Brooklyn, I think. they definitely was together in LA helping out the Lakers. So it just makes sense why DeMarre Carroll would join his bench or whatever. As a head coach who gets a new job, you want to bring in your guys and fill that vacancy out. You want to bring your guys in, and that's his guy. So they building something. Jordan, all he player development. So he it's gonna be interesting to see what he do over there with that situation with the Suns. So they building something over there, and I'm sure DeMarre Carroll role will be bigger when he goes over there versus with the Cavs. But the Cavs, I think they will be fine, man. We still have Johnny Bryant. At least for now, we still have Johnny Bryant. I hope we don't lose Johnny Bryant to the Knicks or any team out there. Going to the Suns also, like it was confusing me because he had declined he didn't decline, but he didn't take the job. So I don't know what was going on with that. Jordan will only leave if not Jordan. Johnny Bryant will only leave if it's for a head coaching job, I believe. So I think he's still in Cleveland. I think we safe, right? He said he would look great aside Ty. Hey, we'll see. Well, you have 2 6'5" guys. I think Mark Brogdon like 6'5". He's 6'4", 6'5". He used to be 6'5". They always changing these heights, but yeah. I would like to see him next to Donovan. That's what I would like to see. Yeah, Brogdon. What's up? What's up, Bruce? Shout out to Big Bro Bruce. What's going on, Bruce? I see you, man. I see you, bro.
I know that ain't who I.
Hold on.
Like he might have.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
My sound is a mess. Y'all can hear me? Think y'all can hear me. Yeah, y'all can hear me. My sound messed up. I'm trying to make sure my sound work. But yeah, what's up, Bruce? He said, "Yikes." What's wrong? Yo, what's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that, man? Yeah, man. Hold up. Y'all can hear me, right? He said, I'm just saying, in a single game, 25, 30 max, average 20 minutes, a game like Ty. Okay. Let me see. Damn. Oh, yo, can y'all hear me, man? My thing is tripping. But he said 25 to 30 minutes max. Okay. So you will replace you will replace Malcolm Brogdon with Ty Jerome. So you cool with losing Ty Jerome, right? Oh wow. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why my thing tweaking. Okay, you can hear me? Nah, my thing. Hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on 1 second. Okay, you can hear me? Nah, my thing. Hold on. You know what I'm gonna. Hold on.